Oh, what a beautiful day. I think it's supposed to be like a 48 degrees or something today. Ooh, I'm over here on the cold side of the bus. But I moved the bus and I need to do some wiring while I've got everything disconnected here. The doggo's barking in the background. You know, you hear people talking about 30 amp, 50 amp. My last 3 RVs have all been 30 amp, and I've never had a problem with that. But erring on the side of caution here, the main box, the breaker box, is actually wired for 50 amp. I'm doing 30 amp. I'll show you what I'm talking about here underneath this thing. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. But the everybody needing water tanks. Whew. Everybody needing 50 amp seems to be excessive to me. Just a quick little plug I do on there. Right here though is where my main power is coming out. Let's get this bad boy flipped around. I wonder if you can see that. I think you can see that pretty good. But and I don't know why everybody needs so much power. I mean, are they just getting to the campground and just cranking everything on? I don't know. Me personally, the 30 amp has been plenty. And that's what I'm going to put my external plug on. And I'm getting started on the plumbing today. At least in the bathroom, I finally figured out floor plan for that bad boy. Now, since I punched out the wrong knockouts on this, I'm gonna have to go next time in town. I'm gonna have to get they make little plugs to plug in the wrong holes. I don't think anything would ever happen with those plugs, you know, being exposed like that. But those plugs are ridiculously cheap, and there's no reason to try to cut corners and not insulate them. But you know, it's funny, generally speaking, I've had most of what I needed to do so far, but now I'm starting to get into this more technical stuff. And you have 47 trips to Lowe's. Lowe's is actually all that we have here, for the most part, as far as Home Depot. There's one next town over, but they're not, I mean, it's 40 minutes from here. I tell you, Rural King, we got a Rural King, I think last year's when we actually got it. And they've proven to be pretty good. They have a lot of fasteners, a lot of fasteners, and a lot of little home maintenance stuff like that. No lumber. This only has 3 prongs in it, or 3 wires in it. So the black one I didn't use. I don't even know if I'm going to use this style connector on here or not. The black one I didn't use, so the black we don't need. So when I wired it in the coach, the black and the red both are being used. When you get a box, depending on which one you have, if you get what they call a sub panel, you will actually have 2 bars that run down the side of it. And with those 2 bars, one side of it is the black wire, the other side of it is the red wire. So what I've done is connected those 2 black and red wire going up into the box. I've connected them down here together. And then if I decide to actually do this as 50 amp, I just have to split those and rewire the plug to accept 50 amps. But like I say, 30 is probably going to do me fine. I've never needed anything other than 30. Even with 2 rooftop ACs, 30 did me fine. Not gonna put the top on yet, but so that's how it is. You got your green is ground, your white is the neutral, black and red are the hot going up into the coach, and I've got the black coming in from the shore power. Connected all 3 of those together. But you can see what I was talking about here, the red and the black that I connected down below. The way this panel is, I was actually using this one as a crossover, so I don't need it now, but this bar right here, this breaker and this breaker, I almost have to take it all out to look at it. 4 of these breakers work off one leg, 4 of them work off the other leg. When you're doing 50 amp, you're splitting that. And you need to pay attention, like if I ever do 50 amp, I'll wire one side to one leg for one AC, one for the other leg for the other AC, assuming I have rooftops. Mini split, typically only one, you're going to just use one leg. But basically what I've done, for 50 amp you keep these separate. That's 2 of your prongs on your plug. For 30 amp you'll connect them together, and that will be just a single prong on your 3-prong plug. But if you notice in the video, I showed you the plug. I wasn't using the red wire, or I was using, I have to go back and look now because I've already forgotten, but I wired them backwards. I thought I was using the black one coming from Shore Power. I wasn't. I was using the red one. So I gotta go back down there and fix that. It's all right though. We all make mistakes. That's why you double check this stuff before you get going. Oh, back guy down. But like I say, that kind of gives you a rough idea of how I did my 110 volt outlet in here. Don't need a bunch of plugs, and you see, I mean, it just boggles my mind, people needing just tons and tons of power. I don't know what they're using, but I've got these 2 here for the kitchen, and I put one down here just in case I need it. I do have one under there that I keep my power converter plugged into. I've got one for the fridge. I'll have one in the bathroom, and I've got one up here for either a TV or a CPAP or whatever you need to use it for. But like I said, I don't have too many outlets in here because pretty much 99% of what I call, 12 volt. Does my neck look fatter with no goatee? I just don't think this is flattering. I don't know. You guys be safe out there, and like I say, kinda take my instructional here with this wiring, with a grain of salt. I am not a professional whatsoever, and am not reliable or responsible for anything you may or may not do or damage trying to wire up based off this video. It's just merely a representation of how I did it, and we hope for the best. You guys have a good one, and we'll catch you next time.